complete the answer in 30 seconds.
It's further mentioned in the Manusmriti chapter number 5, verse number 35, you can have meat. In Rigved, book number 10, hymn number 16, verse number 10, you can have meat. Rigved, book number 10, hymn number 85, verse number 13. Rigved, book number 10, hymn number 86, verse number 13. Says the same thing. You can have meat. In Mahabharata, Anushashan Parv, chapter 88. If you read, Bhishma gives the advice to Yudhishthir. It's also mentioned in Manusmriti, chapter number 3, verse number 266 to 272. It's mentioned there that if you want to please your ancestors, if you give herbs and shrubs, you will gratify them only for 1 month. If you give fish, for 2 months. If you give venison, the flesh of deer, for 3 months. If you give mutton, for 4 months. If you give flesh of bird, for 5 months. If you give goat meat, for 6 months. If you give spotted deer, for 7 months. If you give meat of black antelope, for 8 months. If you give cow, 1 full year. If you give bull, it is 12 years. And if you give rhinoceros and red meat of goat, forever, inexhaustible. So if you have to satisfy your ancestors, according to Rigved, you have to give more, you have to give red meat.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Gulfam, and this question goes to Mr. Zaveri. Sir, in your dialogue, you said, Jain Munis don't kill plants, they ask for alms. So is it that they force others to kill plants for them? Or is it that when they put masks on their face, they are not killing the germs and others are killing the germs by not putting the mask on the face? What is it? Please clarify.
It's a very good question, sister. I am really very happy. Of all the questions, I would definitely give you first number, because it is said in Jain religion that you should not kill anybody, you should not allow anybody to kill, and you should not appreciate if one kills. So all these 3 things are there. So if a Jain Muni comes to know that this food is prepared for him, he will not take it. So this is the rule of Jain Muni. When they come to us for begging, they ask us very clearly. We also know that they will ask us, have you prepared anything for us? We have to very honestly say, we have not prepared anything, it is for us. We have prepared, say, 4 chapatis, he will take only 1, we will be happy with 3. This is the way of begging of a Jain Muni. He will not kill, he will not allow others to kill, he will not propagate killing, he will not even eat if he comes to know that this food is prepared for a Jain Muni. I am happy that in this august and enlightened audience, I have been given an opportunity to clear the viewpoints of Jain Muni. Thank you very much, and I will now request coordinator that Mr. Trivedi and myself, it is really going on so nicely that we would like to continue here for hours together, but I am sorry that time constraint is such.
Last 2 questions, we'll allow 5 minutes left.
I don't think it will be.
I think we have been talking so much about vegetarian food and non-vegetarian food, but we are all hungry now. I think we should go and eat. So only last 2 questions and then we disperse.
The Mr. Trivedi has said we'll allow last 2 questions on the mic. When can we have the next question for Dr. Zakir? Yes. Acha, there's a request for Mr. You want to ask question too? No, but they should have to follow. But I think you should have come up in the queue, you know. Huh?
Assalamualaikum. My question for Zakir Bhai is, are non-vegetarian food deficient in
there is a request from the others. What we will do, what I will do, see, but there is a request from the side, allow 1 or 2 people to ask questions to Dr. Zakir. What I would suggest, let the speakers, in the time they are available here, let the other 2 speakers ask question. Then Mr. Trivedi and Mr. Zaveri can leave. Then I will give the chance so that I am not unfair to you also, both people. So that, no, I have told them they wanted to leave, so I have to give them an opportunity to leave. They wanted those 2 people to ask questions. They can ask Dr. Zakir. Which are the 2 people, Mr. Zaveri? Mr. Bade and आप दोनों को chance दे देंगे. Then after that, we will carry on. The other two people will be given chance so that I'm not unfair to them. I hope the audience bears with me. For another 10, Mr. Trivedi and Mr. Zaveri would like to leave after that. So let those two people ask question. Acha, we'll allow only, no.
No.
He is leaving. Let us ask
Yes.
two questions to him and let him hear.
Yes.
Okay.
Let us also ask a question.
Okay, let those two people ask question, which Mr. Zaveri has requested. Mr. Bade, who's Mr. Bade? Acha, one Mr. Bade and that
Rule होता है.
will not. Acha, and the other two, they two, acha, we'll allow them to ask two questions to one.
To Dr. Hussain.
Excuse me, Mr. Zaveri. Acha. Okay, now one question for, yes, one question he'll ask, one you'll ask, then I would allow Mr. Zaveri, after you all have finished your two questions, and one minute, after they finish the two questions, you have finished your two, I'll allow them to leave, then the other two who have missed their chance will be given permission. Beyond that, those who are missing because of these two people will be given a chance. Beyond that, I will not allow. Please.